Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. If this is your first time, come in, welcome. And if you are a regular viewer, thanks for coming back. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to like, to share, and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Today, I'm going to be talking about the goalkeeper situation and what we've been looking for in a goalkeeper recently. So let's get into it. So recently, Arsenal have been linked with Ramsdale. I mean, that's been pretty much been going on all summer. It's a funny one. It's a puzzling one. It's a lot of money. I have a theory. I'm not sure. We'll go with it and we'll see what comes from it and that kind of thing. But recently, Arsenal have also been linked with Onana. And we've also pretty much for a lot of the summer been linked with Johnston. It's pretty much jumped from one to the other. I am going to rule out Johnston for me personally very quickly. I was looking at some video of the game against West Brom, and he didn't fill me with that much confidence, I have to say. I wasn't impressed with what I saw. I understand why they're looking at him. It's multifaceted. I understand why they're looking at him. But between him and Ramsdale, he is the weaker of the two, in my opinion. Okay, let's talk Onana first. So Onana, as we all know, is currently on a ban, which doesn't end until November. He's also in his last year of his contract. So come January, we can negotiate with him for free. The problem is, if we were to buy him, and it's a small amount of money, it's not a great financial outlay. It's not great. It's not a great risk, to be honest. If we were to buy him, I think they took about €6 million, which is a great price for such a, for a keeper that fits the mold of what we want. He won't be able to play until November. Now, the problem is, I think the ban's towards the end of November. 6 weeks later, he's gone to the African Cup of Nations. So you lose him for another month. And even though you lose him for another month, it's pretty much just 2 Premier League games, if he goes all the way in the competition, even. But so basically, what I'm saying is, if you buy Onana now, you're not going to get him playing until February. If you buy him now, you're also going to have to deal with Leno. Leno's going to want out because he's going to recognize he's not the number one. And it's a difficult situation with Leno at the moment because he's on 2 years left of his contract. By the time you bring Onana in, Onana takes his place as the first goalkeeper. You're then going into the new season, which will be the 22-23 season, with Leno on 1 year of his contract. And so you don't really want to lose someone that you could get a hefty sum for on a free, which I think might be causing some hesitation with Arteta and Arsenal at the moment. There are a few other things to consider with Onana. Not only the impact that it has on Leno. If you buy Onana and Leno wants out immediately, and you can find somewhere for him to go, we're then going to have to buy a second goalkeeper again. So by buying Onana, you could potentially have to buy 2 goalkeepers. We're struggling to find one. Where do we find the second one from? So there's another potential stumbling block. The other thing, and you have to ask yourself the question, is, did he cheat? If Onana did cheat, could he do it again? And so is that a risk? So not only on top of him going to African Cup of Nations, you having to buy a second goalkeeper if you buy Onana. If he does cheat, you may potentially lose him to a ban again. So, these are causes of concern. Again, because of the financial outlay, I don't think it's a major issue, but I think it's something that should be considered. Ramsdale is too much money. They're asking for too much money. I can see why they're looking for him. We've all seen the struggles we've had playing out from the back with Leno. I don't actually think Leno's passing is the problem. I think Leno's actually not bad with the ball on the ground over the shorter distances. What Leno struggles with is his decision making, knowing when to kick, knowing when to give it to people's feet. And I feel like some of those midfielders that he's given the ball to have been scapegoated a little bit, because they get the blame, and it turns out on the statistics that they're the ones who've made the mistake that leads to a goal. The thing is, in my opinion, speaking as a coach, Leno can see the whole field. Leno can see the players pressing. Leno can see how quickly they're pressing, the angle, the side that they're pressing. He can see all of that. The players, while they're checking shoulders, trying to know what's going on around them, they're not going to have as much of a picture as Leno's going to have. What Leno has been doing is giving the ball to players under extreme pressure, which is leading to them turning into pressure or being pressed and losing the ball. Now, people say, yeah, but the midfielders are showing for the ball. They're asking for the ball. And that's absolutely right. That's what they're supposed to do. The idea is that the midfield comes into the ball, sucks the opposition midfield into the ball, and then you've got a nice area to play through lines where you can break their first line of defense and their second line of defense, which is the midfield line, to get the ball into key areas where you can then get at the back line. That's the idea of it beating the press. So the midfielders have to show for the ball. Them coming to the ball forces the opposition midfield, if they're going to press high, to come high and gives you room in behind them. It's the goalkeeper's job to recognize when there is space and execute. And this is where Ramsdale, I think, comes in. Ramsdale spent a large portion of his season last year kicking long. And so he is far more accurate with the longer passing and getting the ball into, the spaces that he wants the ball into. Leno's not as good as that. And so I feel they're persisting with Leno playing out short because he can't hit the longer pass, which is why people are saying whoever's coming in is going to be coming in as a number one. And that's why Sheffield United are holding the candle to Arsenal's feet. They know Leno's having some struggles with the longer ball, which is the whole kind of Arteta ethos of playing out from the back. We want to be able to hit that longer ball a little bit earlier. So basically, they're holding us to ransom on the price. 40 million is too much. 30 million is probably too much. This could go down to either Ramsdale having to try to force his way out, or some sort of transfer request, or it could go to deadline day. Who knows? But I think if I look at the team as it is, key positions, the 10 is one of them. The goalkeeping position, the second position, is another vital piece. I don't really think they need much more, at least for this window. But I'd like to see them bring in a new goalkeeper and bring in a 10. I just done a video on a number 10 player, looking at Maddison and Odegaard again. So you can kind of click here or kind of click here for that if you're interested in watching that. So yeah, that's my view on goalkeepers. hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you've enjoyed it, please like it, please share, please subscribe. As I say, keep saying there's more coming, especially as we get into more, the transfer market starting to loosen up a little bit. So once there's more movement, once there's more links with players and more actual transactions and business going on, there'll be more coming from me. And then we get into the season and I'll be right on it. So please subscribe so you don't miss anything. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. And come on, you Gunners.